Hi, hello, good afternoon everyone. Thank you for coming back to join me. Following on from my last journal, how rude of me I know, but I carried on and did some crafting without you. Very rude of me. I just made a couple of flips to go in future journals, and again I'm using papers from Rachel Roxy Creations. So this is a flip that would go on the page. These images that she has come in her Renaissance kit, and they come two, get my words out, two to a page. So I've shrunk them down, cut them out, I mean, so to make sure that they fit. And the way I've done it is I've backed it with a piece of paper, a full size of A4 paper. So I've stuck it on the wrong side, and then I've just folded the excess bit to make a pocket, and that will also be a tuck spot there. So it flips, it looks like that on your page. It flips out. I put a pocket just there, and then this bit I folded over, and it will be a pocket. I could put it on the page like that so that this flips out, and then this would be a pocket that you would glue down, and it could be you know, it'd still be a pocket, but it could be a tuck spot as well. So, and then I would decorate that if that's the way I was going to do it. So there's a couple of ways that you can use it. I don't know, I haven't got another one of these. I did two, one that opens that way and one that opens that way. But if I just show you roughly so that you can kind of get an idea. So that's the image that I used. I backed it with a full piece of paper so that that would open out like that, and then this piece I just folded back on itself to make a tuck spot there, so that then when it's on the page that would flip out. So that's what you'd see. This would be a pocket here and it would be a pocket there. So that's the way I did that. I might make some more of those because I know I want to make at least two of Rachel's journals, but it's good to have an extra one, because if you use them both up, you end up that you've got nothing left to remind you of how you did it. So I'll perhaps do some more of those. Let me know if you don't quite get what I did, and I'm happy to do it again. So what am I doing? I've made a pocket out of a scrap of the paper that I had left over, and it wasn't quite big enough. I want it to be a pocket as well as a tuck spot either way, or a belly band. It could be a belly band. It could go in them like that, so it can be glued top and bottom, or it can go on the side and be a pocket, or it could go there and be a tuck, you know. So it's got lots of, you could add some fabric and it could be a flip. Well, it couldn't because I've done that on the back, but you get what I mean. So all that I did was fold it up, fold it over, and then I've the back of it, I've just used a piece of scrapbook paper so that it's a pocket. You can probably see the scrapbook paper in there. And I thought it looks a bit plain, so I thought I would give it a bit of a going over, a bit of a decoration is what I thought. So let's have a look. I've got a scrap of Rachel's paper that was just about the right size, and so I thought I'd stick that on. Why not? On there. And then I don't think I've showed you, but I've got lots of ephemera bits that I cut out, you know, the fussy cut bits, and I wanted something to keep it in. So last week I made myself an ephemera holder, and I was really pleased how it turned out. So I know I'm going a little bit off piste with you now, but this is just a book that I got from a charity shop. So it cost me 50p, and it's one of those paper covers, you know, like the cardboard covers that you get that's a bit shiny. So all that I did was I took the pages out. It only had a few pages, it didn't have many, and I glued a piece of calico to the cover and let it dry. And then all that I did was add some lace down the edge, and the pockets, before I put them in, I sewed that's double folded cheap 50p kids tracing paper, and each one, they're the same each side so that it makes pockets equally. So I just sewed all the way around it and zipped along those and just stitched them in. And then it made me realise how few of Rachel's labels I've got. Look, these are all waiting Rachel's labels. These are the smaller ones. I've just tried to organise myself a little bit. But I was surprised how quick this came together and how easy it was to make. So I've got all sorts of labels. I've got my flowers. I've got my doilies. Got some photos. I think I stuck the pages, I think I doubled them up so that they were a bit cardboardy, if you know what I mean. Some birds, lots of birds, some butterflies, some other labels, I think they're Rachel's labels, some bigger flowers, and then I put my butterfly wings in there. So it was just one of those projects that I just thought I'll have a go, and I was really pleased how it turned out. So, well, I was going to look for a label. That was why I brought it over. I've got my little bird. I want to use that. Is it a kookaburra? I don't know. Or is it a kingfisher? I don't know. It's a bird. I might just use that. I do need to cut some more Tracy labels out. I do. I really do. I like that. All right, that's what I'm going to do. That is what I am going to do. So I'm going to put that one up there. Stick this one down here. And the bird can kind of sit on that, can't he? So how are you all doing? I hope you're doing okay. Again, when you get this video, I'm not here. I'm gone. I'm long gone. I'm lost in France or somewhere. Probably in France, because there's so much we want to see and do. We can't do everything all at once, can you? So I'll be having my glass of wine, sat by my van, and we'll be having fun visiting lots of places. Is that straight? I think so. So that's another pocket. I haven't got a tag for it as yet, but that's another pocket that I've done sorted. This one, I made a boo-boob. I copied upside down. I put my paper in wrong, look. So in the spirit of using it, all that I've done is folded it so that it can be a pocket. That's the word I'm looking for. And this one I think I might glue on those two sides and have it as so it's a pocket there, but then you could put something behind it as well. But again, until I use it, I don't really know. And I'm thinking it might be nice to put some sort of a pocket on the front there. I've got some scraps and bits of paper in front of me. And I've got some vellum type stuff. That might be quite nice, mightn't it? Because then you can still see through it, can't you? So I think I might do that, you know. I think I might add that. Why not? I'm just going to cut it. More snips and bits. I mean, I could use that as a pocket, couldn't I? Have a vellum pocket. So that's going to go on there. I'm going to want to fold it over. So I'm going to fold it over there. I think I might just glue this shut first. Oh. Do you know my glue? Oh, I was going to say it was here a minute ago. I really do have those darned desk pixies that just come along when you're least expecting, and they just borrow all your stuff. That's all that they do. I know they're big flaps, but never mind. It'll mean it's closed well and truly, won't it? There we go. Bye, seagull. So that's, again, that's just a piece of paper that I'd printed, and then I'd done the back upside down like an Nana, as you do. And I think I might do it quite low. Like that. That's what I think. I might need to just cut the edge there a little bit. I didn't fold it very well, folks. Not very well at all. That's better. Right, so I'm going to put some glue on there. I could have used double-sided tape, but you know how I struggle with that. Although my friend Pat has sent me an idea how she uses hers. I'm just not very organised, and she sent me a piece of thinner, a roll of thinner tape that I think I might get on with better. So I've got a little tuck spot there, which I think is rather nice. Be nice with one of these in it, won't it? So that's nice little tuck spot just there, and then it will go onto a page, and it'll be a big tuck spot down there, or down there, and there, and there. So there's 3 things that you can have there. So that's another one done. Cooking on gas. What else would I like to do? I would like to do some, use some more envelopes, if you don't mind hanging around. I found this one that I'd cut, and I think what I want to do with this is use it as a kind of a belly band in the middle, so that you can put something all the way down. Like you can have a tall tag that goes like that, so it would slip behind it. But it's not going to be a pocket itself. I'm not going to use this as a pocket, although you could. Or you could have it that way, and have it as a tuck behind. And you could have that as a pocket as well. But I just want to make some kind of belly bandy type ones, I think. So I'm going to have a go with that. So all that I have done with this is, I know window envelopes are different sizes, UK and US, but this is just a window envelope that measures slightly over 8.5 by slightly under 4.5. And all that I've done is cut that bit there is about 3/4 of an inch. So I've cut it so it's equal there, but I've left a bit more there. Okay, that's all that I've done with that. And grabbing this, because it's in front of me, I just want to put something behind that window. So I'm thinking that little butterfly might be nice in there. Obviously I need this to be big enough so that it fills that window. No idea if I've done it. I love this, and it's one that I copy a lot. Again, it's Rachel's papers. Her papers are just so beautiful, aren't they? And I think Mr. Butterfly is just going to go in there like that. And that is all that he is going to do. And I think he's enough, because we're going to decorate the envelope. So at the minute, that is what I'm going to do. Just thinking if I want it all further over. Do I want him more central? I think I want him over that way a little bit, so that we can see the writing there. So I'm going to put him there. So all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a little bit of glue to stick him on, because we're going to cover this, so it doesn't matter if that's a little bit loose, because it's not going to go anywhere now. And then all I'm going to do is grab my little bag of bits and pieces that I kind of save. This will get messy, won't it? Oh dear. I'll pull some out. I've no idea whose papers these are. These are just a mix of papers that I've got, that I've saved, because why don't you? Now, because this is open, I want it to be closed. So I'm actually just going to put a little bit of glue across there just to stick that together, just so it doesn't annoy me. Could be a bit annoying. And then I'm just going to stick these on. I think I might put it that way. Where the envelope's open, I'm going to stick it slightly over so that I can wrap it around. Let's just start with that, shall we? Put one piece down. Got to start somewhere, haven't we? If you go over your envelope slightly, it's not going to matter in the least. So you can be fussy if you want to and make sure you cover around that envelope, round the window. So I'm just closing that because that's open. I'm just folding it over. I want nice, neat edges. So I'm just going to I'm just going to glue that over. Right, one piece on. Oh, I hate trying to choose. I shouldn't look, really. I should just stick. Yeah, just stick, Carol. Just stick them on. With no thought. Just use up your scraps. I think this is a good way to use up scraps. Let's face it, we collect enough, don't we? So that's going to go on there. And I'm just going to cut those corners, and that's just to make it a bit of a neater edge. Although this is where I do get really rather gluey. Oh dear. So again, this is open and I don't want it as a pocket, so I'm just going to fold it over and just close those edges off. What do we think of it so far? We can make it as abstract as we like, really, can't we? Because it's just going to be a pocket. I'm just going to cut a little, well, I'm going to tear that slightly because I've obviously had something stuck on that, and there's just a little bit of paper at the back of it that was annoying me. So that's going to go on there. So how are you all doing? What projects are you making? I'm getting ready to do the Bourbon Rose kit from Amy at Crafty Cat. So I've printed those papers this morning. So I want to get that started. Rip that off. Look at me, honestly, bits of paper. You know, I walked downstairs the other day and there was a trail of papers, little bits behind me that had got stuck to my shoes. Honestly, wouldn't believe it, would you? Well, you probably would if you're a paper crafter. It does get everywhere. I'm just going to tear that off and fold it over. And that is it. That is that pocket, or that's that tuck spot. I would probably put a label here. I haven't got that many, have I? Let's have a look if there's one. I would probably put a label. I've got one of Rachel's there. That's a bit big, although we could put, no, I don't want to do that. But we could. That might be nice on there, actually. And you can write something on that, couldn't you? So I'm going to stick that on there. This is one of Rachel's labels. I'm just going to put that on there. There we go. But you can, you can add things on the outside here. You could put a flower on it. You can decorate it however you like. I tend to get going a little bit more after I've done the first one, if you know what I mean. But that would fit on a page like that. So I would only glue it down. Well, you could have it as a pocket. Okay, what could we use this for? It could be a pocket, so you could glue it on 3 sides. It blends in quite well with that background, doesn't it? So maybe if I found a paper that perhaps, mind you, I'm just faffing a little bit, folks, trying to find one that I've got a different inside to. These are all of my Rachel papers that I'm ready to... Okay, so let's have a look at it on here. So it could be at the bottom and you'd glue it on 3 sides. It can be a belly band in the middle. You'd glue it 2 sides. You could have it at the top as an uptuck and you'd glue it 3 sides. You could still put that one that way because the butterfly's flying, so you could glue it on 2 sides. So lots of different ways that we can use that. The world is your oyster. Just think about how, what you want to do with it. But I'm happy with that. And when I know what journal it's going in, it may get a little bit more decoration for sure. Okay, shall we do another one? I'm just seeing I've got another bag here. How many bags can you have with bits of paper in? Then we need an envelope. And then we need... So I know that's 3/4 of an inch there. So I'm going to cut that 3/4 of an inch from the window. And I'm going to make that one a little bit deeper. These bits won't get wasted because that can be a nice pocket. It could be one that goes over the pager, and that can be, you can flap it over the pager over the page. So I save all of those because they are future pockets. Let me just get rid of some bits and pieces. Okay, so again I want something to go inside there. I'm just going to use this piece of paper, I think. So I'm going to tear that down. I'm going to take a little bit off of the top. Oh, don't get rid of it, Carol. That can be one of your bits and pieces. And then I think that will go in there like that. So I can tear that again. You never know, that actually might fit another pocket. Mightn't it? And it would. In fact, let's do this one first, only because I've just stuck it in there. So again, I'm going to just glue that in. And I'll just put a bit of glue there just to stop that opening and closing. And then I'm just going to cover it the same as we did the last one. Don't need all that gluey. Okay, a bit of glue. I know that this does make these quite a thick pocket. I'm aware of that. I do know that. Let me just cut this because I can't talk and cut at the same time. Hang on. Not on a Saturday anyway. Okay, let me just get this folded over. Okay, let's just, where did I put the other one? Oh, here. It does make it, I mean, it's not really thick, but it does make it quite a heavy, quite a, what am I trying to say? Quite a puffy cover. did I put that a bit wonky on there? I don't know. It does make it quite thick. So if you wanted, you could cut all the way around this window and have it just one thickness of paper and then just cover it the same. But I actually like the feel of it when it's on a page. It just feels a bit dimensional. So I don't. I leave it as it is and just cover it. Again, it's all down to choices, isn't it? What you like and what you would prefer. Should I put that up there, do we think? I don't know. That's quite pretty, isn't it? I think I might put that on there. So I'm always trying to leave myself a little bit just to fold it over the envelope. You don't have to if you're very accurate, or you don't mind seeing a bit of your envelope, you know, you don't have to fold it over. Only fold it over the ones that seal it, unless of course you want this to be a pocket, which I've decided I didn't want to, didn't I? I decided against that. Quite like that. We'll do one the other way after this, shall we? We'll make one into a pocket. I'm going to need to go and get some more envelopes. So I'm just closing that off again. So that envelope is now sealed. I know that's been folded, but I really don't think it matters because it's going. It's going on there, isn't it? What I mean is when it's on, you won't see that it's been folded. It's just one of those scraps that I'd saved. And fold it over. So you can see these are quick to do. So if you want to make a couple of, oh, silly Billy, I didn't do that very well, did I? It slipped. Come on, paper, move for me. There we go. So, you know, if you want to make a couple of quick pockets and you've got some envelopes, I think this is a good way to go. Unless, of course, you're making lots of mess like me. So again, that's another one. So that's two. I'm just putting them over there to dry. We'll do this one a bit differently. We'll do this as if it's going to be a pocket on there. So this time I'm going to cut it slightly higher because I want a bit of a taller pocket on there. But I don't want it to be as wide. So 3.5 inches would be fine and dandy. Now you could have this as a pocket, and I think that's what I'm going to do. But what I will do is seal that bit up as we're going. We've got this one, but I think that's going to look funny that way. I'm not sure, it does look funny actually. I quite like it like that. I do quite like it like that. The difficulty if I'm going to do it as a pocket is, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make my life easier, and I'm going to cut it completely open. And then I will seal it up again, because it just makes your life easier. It really does. So I'm going to stick this over the window so that it's decorated. How am I doing for time? Okay. So I'm going to stick that on there like, oh, on there like that. Okay. And because this is going to be a pocket, so it's going to be a pocket at the top, I'm going to put something to cover this. Just because if you don't, it'll really annoy you trying to put something in that pocket, because it'll get snagged up on that. So let's stick that over there. It really does just make your life easier if you open your pocket up. I think it does anyway. Okay. I only need to decorate the front of this because it's going to be a pocket that's going to be stuck down two sides. So again, it's not going to take a long time to decorate it. What would I like? I don't want the reds. Oh, it's a journal card there. What's that doing in there? Might have a bit of green. I've got this green. How far over does that stick? Not that far. Oh, it sticks over far enough. Now I'm just faffing, aren't I? Okay, just stick it on, Carol. Do you know what I want to do first? I want to put that piece, or I want to put a piece up there first. That's not deep enough. What would I like it to be? I've got all these scraps and can't find a piece that I like. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm going to go with this one. That's what I'm going to go with. I'm going to stick it on there. I'll just fold that over. And then I'm going to put, while I've glued that bit down, will I regret this? I'm going to put a notch at the top. And then I'm going to put a little bit of something on the back, just because then obviously with me putting the notch, you can see the back side of that, can't you? Okay. There, you can just see that little bit there, look. Now, where was that lovely bit of paper, what I had? I'm going to put that up there, but I'm going to tear that bit a little bit, just so it's not dead straight. I do kind of prefer torn edge bits, I think. So that's going to go there. And I need to close this off, don't I? Because I cut both sides of that envelope. So let me know, what do you think of these? What do you think? I didn't want that bit stuck there. I'm liking it so far. I need to close this other side as well, so I'm going to have to put something. Let me say, you could stitch or glue this together, but if you glue it together, both sides, you are going to be losing a good 1/4 inch or more of your pocket. If you put paper to cover it, you're keeping the whole real estate of your pocket, if that makes sense. So that is always my preference. Just cut that there, and I'm going to stick that on there. It's all, oh gosh, sorry, everything's stuck to my glue piece of paper now. It's always my preference to what am I saying? It's always my preference to keep as much real estate on a pocket as I can. So I will always fold it over where I possibly can. And then I've got all of it then. I'm not losing any of it. I might trim the top of that pocket when I've done. Glue scissors, gluey scissors, okay. What else do we want? That could go at the bottom. Do you know, paper loves me. It just loves me. Just tear that bit off there. And again, you can decorate the outside of this more if you want to. I can move that over, can't I? And use it to seal that tiny bit there. Fold it. And then I just need something to go there. And I think I might use that. Yep. So, you know, if you want to take more time and coordinate your papers, you know, you can. It's not a problem. You can do that. There we have a pocket. So you see, you've got all of the pocket. I haven't lost any. I hope you can see that. Can you see that? So we've got the pocket there all the way down. I might leave that ruler in there because it is a little bit icky sticky in there. I'm actually a little bit sticky as well. So here we go again. That I would put on the side. So I would, again, you can have options, can't you? You could have it here and stick it and have it as a tuck spot there. So you could glue it on 1, 2, 3 sides and have something going in that bit. Put it to the side and glue it on 2 pieces. So you can put something behind as well as inside. You could put it that way and have it as a pocket there. Glue it 1, 2, 3, and you've still got it a pocket just there. So, you know, there's so many choices that you can do for these pockets. I'm going to put that in there because I don't want it to close shut because I've made it sticky on the inside. So that's what I've got. I've done 3. I will decorate them up more for sure, but that's where I'm at the moment. So I hope I've been in frame and I hope you like what I'm doing. Let me know one way or the other. I'm always happy to hear what you think of what I'm doing. But take care, folks, and I will see you later. Bye-bye.